Good morning, good morning, Leos. I still have my morning voice, I guess. Welcome. This is going to be your reading for the 15th to the 21st. We have a full moon in this week. We also have a lunar eclipse. There is a lot going up in the planets. You're going to find that it's going to be sort of an intense week. But it's a good week because it's a breakthrough week as well. So we're going to see what your reading has to say. For those of you that are brand new, my name is Patty, and I'm here to do your reading. It's an intuitive, divine guided reading. So what that means is this deck I'm shuffling is Divine's. I've asked him to share his message with you, whatever that is for you, why you come to tarot. So if you're having a struggle, challenge, whatever, this is his message to you. The reading sort of like the, this is your card, put it this way. The reading is sort of like the icing on the cake. So we're going to see what he has for you guys. And then we're going to go into the current and future energies. All right. Current energy for this week and then future energy for the rest of pretty much the month. Because we got Thanksgiving coming up, the holidays coming up. But this future energy is also the astrology part that I look at as well. All right. So here we go. It's interesting because this last reading I just did had the same message from Divine. It's very interesting. So, Leos, what's going on with you guys? What is going on? Somebody's in the process of healing. Definitely in the process of healing. Somebody's just starting to heal. I'm not quite sure if somebody's coming out of healing. I think they're in the process because we've got our current energy as disruption. Then we have the Queen, that is the future energy. So we're going to see what is going to go on here. Share this here in a second. For those of you, I do mix numerology as well. I look at all the aspects of energy because energy has all kinds of ways of sharing itself. All righty. Ooh. These aren't upright. Dang. We're going to see what's going on here, you guys. So we do have somebody that is in the process of healing. That healing could be just a broken heart. It could be that they lost a job. It could be they're not understanding something from another person's perspective. Healing could be from a past trauma, PTSD, could be from whatever it is. However, it's an uncomfortable feeling. Okay. It's not fun to go through pain and struggles and all that kind of stuff. However, we're in that process. And that's a good thing because now we're going to be able to, once we get through the real hard pain, it's usually right after it happens, or the denial. The way that it happens is when somebody hurts you, it's sort of like a denial or a shock. And then you go into maybe anger, then you maybe go into other emotions as well. However, somebody's at a part of healing that they really want to learn the lesson so they don't repeat it. Okay. It's an uncomfortable feeling, but it is a growing feeling, and it's going to actually help you in your future and make you better and make better decisions for your authentic self. Because this healing is coming from making a decision that wasn't really for your authentic self. I don't know if I can't explain it any other way. I'm trying to hear what he has to say about that, but it's basically when we make decisions outside of ourself, that is first dimensional. So let me give you an example. So if I really like this person, but I know that they're probably not the best fit for me, then I'm going to say, okay, I still like them. They're funny. We get along, and I'll still continue to go with them. That's not the best decision for me because I know that it isn't right for me. Deep down in my spirit, I know it isn't right for me. So I continue to hang out with that person, and I waste time. I waste time and energy, and I'm not getting my rewards. I'm not getting my blessings. What's happening is I'm disrupting the energies that are supposed to be coming to me abundantly. So I am doing my own disruption. I am doing my own, making my own mess, put it this way, rather than being strong and going through what I need to do and say, you know what, you're a really nice person, really nice guy, but you know what, I would like to keep you as a friend, but I don't think we're really meant to be together as a couple, that kind of a thing. So you're disrupting your own journey, your own pattern. Okay. So really watch this when you're healing to be really mindful of, was this something that could have been um, avoided? Okay, because sometimes we create our own pain, our own problems, our own, because it's based on our decisions, because we've got freedom of choice. So we have to realize, where does this pain, this hurt, whatever this comes from? Where is it? I'll tell you right now, back in my secular self, most of my issues and my problems were based because of my thought process and the way I thought. And I was very low vibrational. I was keeping things really, really stuck. I was making really poor decisions, which would create another poor decision, which would create another poor decision. So most of all my things, when I went back as a Virgo to analyze, I was actually creating my own mess. So when I became spiritual and stopped that secular thinking, that changed almost immediately. I'm telling you guys, it really did, because I stopped thinking, okay, I started thinking in my authentic self, because I knew the things that I was doing was very destructive. And it was not only destructive to me, but it has a ripple effect to destruct people around me. It's like when we complain. You think that you're just complaining to one person. No, you're giving your energy to that person, and that person's energy goes to another person. It's a ripple effect. So we really have to be mindful what we are actually disrupting. Are we disrupting ourselves? Is somebody disrupting us? Is that's first dimensional, which we shouldn't even care about? Just, that's, stay in your lane. That's your business. That kind of a thing, especially if it's destructive behavior, bad habits, bad patterns, that kind of a thing. That is very disruptive. Okay. But your future energy, and that is 9, that is the number 3. So this is something you really acknowledge. We are given free will. Are you giving free will and making choices that are healthy, that are high vibrational, that are out of love? Or are you making choices of destructive to yourself that has the ripple effect that could affect other people? When we make a poor choice, a lot of people think, well, it's my choice. No, it's a ripple effect. And your family's going to hear it, or your roommates are going to hear it, or everybody else is going to hear it. Then they're going to tell somebody. It's a ripple effect. Okay, so be really, really mindful this week, because there's an intense energy, and I'm telling all the signs this, that say what you mean and mean what you say. Because with the Mercury trine and the eclipse intensifying very big energies, and this full moon in Taurus, there is a lot going on. You're going to have to watch the full moon reading. I will be doing one, guys. I am back. So, and I thank you all in the interim for hanging out and being here, because it's been a really rough couple months for me. And I really appreciate you sticking around. I really, really do. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. I really do. It means a lot. My community means a lot to me. So thank you so much. Anyway, we are going to do a full moon reading. I think on the 18th or 19th. I got to see what my day off is. So subscribe, hit the bell, and then you'll be notified when I put up that that live thing for the full moon. Anyway, let's go to the future energies. Is woman, fertility, feminine power, sexuality, and friendships. And it's the number 4. This is not only a feminine energy, but this is also a grounding energy. Okay, a grounding energy. You need to have some love in that, because as you're going through a healing process, not only do you need to love yourself, but you need to love whoever is needing that healing power. So it's a very powerful thing to heal. It's very hard. It's very, because when you heal, you got to let go of something. So a lot of people don't think about that. If I have to let go of something, then I'm losing. No, you're not. When you let go of something, you're gaining. It's a really hard concept for humans to think about, because when you have pain and you're going through the pain, you cannot see the victory at the end. This is your first card out, guys. There's a victory coming through that pain. But be careful. This is your disruption. This is your free will of how you're making your choices and your decisions. It is going to take strength through this, but there is going to be victory. Okay. The victory is when you come out of healing, out of the pain, out of Whatever you're going through that you're coming to tarot for, you should be coming to divine, not tarot, because that's who's giving me the messages, is divine. And the thing is, he gives you the strength to go through this, and you're going to make it through, because look at this. You've not got not only victory, but you've got the Ace of Swords. You've got a lot of insightfulness around you. The Hangman is in the center of your reading. You've got the High Priestess. You've got so much good coming to you. And the reason is you're going to see it after the pain is worked through. You know why? Because you're going to release it and let it go. The disruption for you or somebody out there is that you're not going to want to let it go. And this is you're going to lose out on the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, because you got to let go. Okay. For somebody else, your challenge card, this is going to be hard because somebody's not spiritual. Somebody doesn't believe in divine. Somebody doesn't believe in God or doesn't want to go that route. You're watching the wrong channel then. But the thing is, it is in reverse. Now, the Hierophant is the card for the year of 2021. The Hierophant's all about your spiritual awakening, learning more about yourself spiritually, your spiritual gifts, listening to that intuition, listening to what's going on with you, listening to what is good for you, listening to what everything spiritually in the second dimension has for you. Somebody's bucking this. Somebody is against it. And if you're against it, it's really funny because when I talk to an atheist, they really, really work hard to say that there's no God. Okay. So if there's no God, why are you fighting to show that there is no God? It makes no sense. There's no common logic to that. So anyway, so this is somebody's not definitely fighting against their spiritual side, and your spirit is saying, I really need to come forward. I really need help. And this is, I'm going to tell you from all the healing that I've gotten. Remember, I've been sexually abused, verbally abused, emotionally abused. I've gone through all kinds of stuff. And the thing is that secular healing does not help me. Spiritual healing did. And to release all that energy to spiritually release. So somebody doesn't want to have a spiritual release. They would just think that the secular way is the way to go. Secular is first dimensional. Secular is what you see, what you can touch, what you can do. This is human knowledge. And the thing is, the Hierophant, divine, God, Holy Spirit, whoever you want to call it, is not just knowledge, it's wisdom. And we can't tap even into a size of an ant of his wisdom. And it's amazing when he drops it in. It's very, very amazing. Hi, Rohan. Yeah, you can ask. Let me finish the reading though, and I'll answer it. So the thing is that we have some really insightfulness that is supposed to be coming to you or helping you with your healing process. Again, we're free will. So be careful in your free will what you choose. Remember, say what you mean what you say. Okay, don't this week with this full moon, really be mindful of your words because they're going to linger and carry through into December. You could really hurt somebody. You could really lift somebody up. When somebody needs healing, somebody needs to be lifted up. Somebody might be just in a relationship that they just think, what the heck am I in this for? Why am I in this? If you're feeling that way, this is that disruption I'm telling you about. That those energies, those feelings that are trying to get you to awaken to your spiritual side saying, hey, you don't deserve this. You deserve love. You deserve kindness. You deserve compassion. No abusive words, no abusive talk, no abusive hitting, no abusive anything. Bosses, bullying. No, that's not no. I stepped out of a job that did that. It's like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, this is going to be really hard for somebody because we have the Two of Swords. This is a decision. This is free will again. And for somebody who is healing, you have the choice to heal and move on and learn from that, or you have the choice to stay stuck and do it over and over and over and over again. Somebody's putting a tent up in the cemetery that is already done and gone rather than just putting flowers and moving on. You hear me use that a lot. Okay. All right. So, but you've got some really beautiful, somebody just needs to listen to their intuition this week. really try to hone in. Get in a quiet place, get in the car, get in a shower, get in a quiet place for just 5 minutes and listen to what divine is trying to share with you, because he's trying to help you through this process. Okay. He's trying to help you through whatever this is you're going through. And he's trying to help you make this decision. Okay. He's trying to help you make this decision. I don't know what it is that you're trying to make a decision on, but this is free will. You've got an Ace of Swords, something good coming. However, you got to be really mindful of that side. That sword has two sides to it. So be really, really mindful. Three of Pentacles, or excuse me, Six of Pentacles and Three of Wands. This is again about give and take and balance. Somebody's in a relationship that is way off balance. Somebody is sitting here watching me saying, you know what, I'm so tired of giving. And all they do is take. You need to have a serious discussion this week with the full moon and the eclipse and Taurus being the full moon. This is a time to sit down and have that discussion kind of a thing and say, you know what, we need to get down to this, or we need to just separate and go part our ways. I talk about that a lot because a lot of people are in relationships they shouldn't even be in. They're in situationships. I don't know if that's you. However, this is something that definitely needs to be talked about. Okay, between two people, because there's somewhere their balance is off. Now it could be because of a job too. It could be that somebody's giving more financially than the other person. If this is a woman carrying the weight of the relationship, that is definitely not healthy. Okay, because the way that the man's brain is to work and actually feel successful is that they're carrying the financial part of it. You can help with it, and you help each other, but sometimes men want that financial part because they're supposed to be a provider. They're the hunter, they're the provider. Okay, that's the way a lot of relationships think. Not all, because your younger generation is very different. Oh, I already did that there. Your younger generation is different. All right, so let's see what else we have here. Leos, you've been coming out of a real hard time. You coming out of a lot this last month, October. Somebody's really had some pain and hurt, but you're making it through. You're on your way, and you're making it. You just have to lean on divine, God, Holy Spirit, however you want to say it. You have to lean on him. I'm not the answer. Tarot is not the answer. He's the answer, because that's where the strength and the power comes from. I'm telling you right now, living both worlds, secular and then coming to the spiritual world, this is the answer. He's going to give you strength through it. But you got to ask for it. You don't ask, you're not going to get. Ask and ye shall receive. Okay? Yeah. A lot of communication going on here. So we have the Four of Wands. Again, another celebration, another, this is your future energy, the number 4. Remember, right now is not comfortable because it is a time of growing. Growing is very painful. It's uncomfortable. It's sort of like when you have kids and they're complaining that their bones hurt because they're growing. This is you. This is a spiritual side of you. This is you growing. So this is the number 4. You're building a new foundation. You're building a softer foundation. Feminine energy is more softer, more loving, more kinding. You're going to be, your disruption that you're going through right now, you're going to begin to do things more out of love rather than fear. I don't know who this is for, but you're actually really close to the end of understanding that everything you do is either out of love or fear, and you choose to want to go to love. All right. So I don't know who that is for, because we have the Hermit energy, overlooking, overseeing, awakening, making things happen, looking and seeing in depth of what is going on, and really analyzing. This is the Virgo energy. And trust me, I know I'm a Virgo. It is, I analyze everything. And sometimes it's a good thing, and sometimes we do it too much. When we can analyze something and learn from it and let it go, that is what the spirit is talking about. But when we analyze and overanalyze and overthink, that's the human part. Don't overthink everything. Don't try to figure everything out this week. Don't try to get all the answers. And divine, you'll never figure him out. I'll never figure him out. No human will until we get to the other side. And we may not even then. However, this is for your future. Don't analyze so much. Just analyze enough to understand what you need to heal and move on, and figure, okay, what was the lesson in that, and move on. Okay? Because that is where you're going to actually begin to excel. All right. So we're going to go to the moon. I'm going to pull a moon card because we're in the full moon this week. Starting the 16th, 17th, that is an energy that is really intense. Again, if you haven't watched the new moon, I'll go ahead and post that after this gets, I have to wait a day for it to be posting, but I think I put the new moon down below, maybe not. But the new moon is actually going up to the 19th, because the 19th is the full moon. And those energies, I talk about the trines and the sextiles, and I talk about this really intense energy Scorpio is bringing into, and all these other energies that are bringing into a lot of Scorpio energy this month. And so I'm bringing those in. All right. So definitely have to really sort of look at those. All right. So let's see what the planets are saying. Yeah. What did I just say? I can't make this stuff up. I was telling you that you're getting through this cycle, that you're almost towards the end of this cycle, healing, but it's going to be your choice to allow yourself to heal or not. This is all about your mindset. Remember, Two of Swords. And this is the end of a tough cycle approaches. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Healing is a tough cycle, guys. There's no way around it. It's a very tough cycle. We go through it. We don't stop going through it. We keep going through it. If we're not in a tough cycle, we are coming out of a tough cycle or going into a tough cycle. So it's how you handle it. And if you're secular, it's a harder way to handle it. If you are spiritual, like not me, but a lot of people being spiritual, these tough times are not so hard. They may hurt and sting a little bit, but they're going to hurt and sting very short time. And you're going to look at it as a very soft, loving way. That divine was helping you for some reason, even though you don't think he was and it was painful, he's helping you. It's like when he takes somebody away from you, a bad relationship, he's trying to get you out. And if you don't do it, he'll do it because he wants you protected. And if you don't do it, he'll rip that Band-Aid off real quick. And then you'll have to heal a little bit, but then he's going to show you something very beautiful, just so beautiful. A lot of abundance, a lot of abundance. But you got to let him help you. Somebody who's not letting the spirit help him. You're very secular. It's like, and you're very much into your own pain. You got to release that. Let him release it. All right. So that's your reading there, guys. Let me see. Parents won't agree or marry with me. She loves me a lot. I didn't. Please tell me, can she give me commitment for marriage with me, and if possible, tell me when. Okay, I can't tell you when. That's between you and divine. You got to really you don't, Rohan, you don't reach out to divine, do you? Yeah, you've got to reach out to divine. This is this healing thing that you have to go through. Your culture is very, very different. And I know about the Indian culture. And if you go against your parents' will, that could be a very, very big problem. But I think you just need to ask. You need to ask. You know, it's really interesting because in the Indian culture, for those people don't know, they believe in astrology and tarot and things like that. But you have the same power as I do to listen. You have the same power to tap into divine as I do. And you just have to get into a quiet place and say, can I marry her? Can she marry me? I really need to have a sign. I need to have a confirmation. I need to know what to do. Because in your culture, if you marry, you know you're going to run into problems and you have to be ready for that. Yeah, well, and that's the thing is that if they say no, and if you two do marry, then you may have to leave the area or you may have to do something because you know that in that culture, it's going to be very, very hard. And it's disrespectful to the parents and everything else. And respect is really huge in a lot of Asian cultures, a lot. So my advice to you is to reach out to Divine today, sit in a quiet place and talk to him. I really want to marry this girl. I really, want her to marry me. We're in love and everything. And I need to know from a spiritual side if this is something that we should do. And really listen, because if you don't do this in a quiet place, then you get disruptions and noise, and then you're also going to get the you're all going to get the lower vibration or the devil in there to answer that. And you don't want that. You just want love. Just ask, surround yourself in love, protect me in love. And can I marry this person? Please give me a sign. Can she marry me? And what do we do? Because it's going to be a challenge, because you'll be on your own. If you go against your parents, you're going to be on your own. And can you financially take care of her? Can you financially get a house? Can you financially have the children? Can you financially anything like that? All right. So that's what you need to do. I can't pull cards because I'm on a time limit today. Sorry, I've got to get to work here shortly. I can't pull any cards today. But that is my message to you from Divine. Reach out to me is what he's saying. Okay, reach out to me. He's waiting. All right. Now, don't forget the full moon reading, guys. The full moon reading is the 18th or 19th. I don't know which. Hit the subscription bell, the notification all, or YouTube just sends you some little bit whatever they want, So that's just what they do. So hit the all. And if you're not interested in that, that's fine. Please just like or share. I really appreciate that. And don't forget to walk in absolute truth and love. And you guys are on your way out of healing. This is a wonderful thing. You're now up to the next spiritual. Really lean on spirit this week. Really lean on spirit, because this is going to be an intense week with the full moon and eclipse. All right. Say what you mean what you say. Say what you mean what you say, or don't say it. All right. Take care.